Hi there. Welcome to LSB Feasters Radio Channel, where we keep great radio from the past alive. I have to admit, I'm kind of a radio geek and have been since I was a little kid. And one thing I used to do from the time I was a teenager till probably about 2000 was whenever I traveled, I took a little boombox with me and I would just record radio stations. There was a time I would even give the radio to my wife while I was driving, and I'm like, oh, the big DM 101, record that. And that's part of the reason why I have all the tapes I have to do all this audio on this channel. Anyway, one of the trips I did was I was working on the air in Atlantic City, and I went to New York City just to hear what was going on up there. So I recorded a bunch of stuff, and you'll hear it all here. WCBS-FM, WHTZ, WBLS, 92 KTU, and a bunch of other New York radio stations, all in one neat kind of confusing package for you. Here it is. It's a New York radio composite.
Oh yeah, these are the sounds of Disco 92 WKTU New York. How are you? This is also orchestra. You like this one. It's titled Disco 92 WKTU.
Robert De Niro in The Deer Hunter. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent or guardian.
Starts tomorrow at Universal Blue Ribbon Theaters everywhere. Check newspapers. All right, let me talk to you about the weather now. Disco 92 and the weather for you is not too much of a good thing to talk about, but I got to talk about it anyway. Partly cloudy tonight, low in the 40s, variable cloudiness and windy tomorrow, turning sharply colder with a chance of few morning showers, possibly changing to snow flurries by afternoon. How you like them apples, huh? Temperatures dropping into the 30s in the afternoon. Clear and cold tomorrow night, low in the 20s. All right, Disco 92 WKTU. By the way, actually we have 50 degrees. That's 10 Celsius in New York. I couldn't finish it before, so I finish it now. It happens. Disco 92 WKTU. I got more music for you. But before that, I got to tell you, I'll be here until 10 o'clock. Now, if you really like disco, if you're into disco, you have to be into KTU and Paco. Because I haven't stopped dancing yet. Well, this is WKTU New York. How you doing? Disco 92 with Paco. That's my name, and disco is my game. We have a hot one now. Woo! Yeah. Foxy. Disco 92 WKTU New York. I'm having a good time, but I also have a problem. This girl, you see, she wants to talk to me about our problems, our affair. Talk to me, love. Will you? Say something to me.
Listen to 93 WPAT.
Here's the weather for the WPAT area, sponsored by Astoria Federal Savings and Loan. Increasing cloudiness tonight, the overnight low mid-30s. Rain tomorrow, possibly heavy at times, the high tomorrow mid-40s. Rain tomorrow night, heavy at times, with the overnight low in the upper 40s. Wednesday, partly sunny, breezy, and seasonable with a high rating around 50. Right now, winds south-southeasterly at 8, humidity 51, and the temperature 42. A beautiful way to spend the day. WPAT FM 93.
Have you had enough? That's the Who, WPLJ. Here comes the end of the world. Well, not quite. Hope not. PLJ weather for New York City is not that bad. Clear tonight, low near 42. Sunny in the morning, increasing cloudiness by afternoon. High near 62. Rain is possible tomorrow night. Wednesday, partly sunny, breezy, and cooler. High near 52. And it's 45 right now in New York City. Thursday, November 8th is this Thursday, and the Big Brothers in New York is co-sponsoring what they call a sip and shop. And I'm sure it's going to be pretty heavy on the sipping as opposed to the shopping. But actually, the reverse should be true because it's a sip and shop evening at FAO Schwartz, 5th Avenue and 58th Street. Wine and cheese from 6 to 8 p.m. Now, 20% of the proceeds will be donated to help Big Brothers help young people. Listen. Shut your eyes, open your ears, and listen. Okay, that's what I've been asked to tell you. That's the only way to buy a sound system. Listen to the quality of the sound. That's where the Zenith company excels in sound quality. And listen to the deal you can get right now. One of the best-sounding integrated stereo systems you've ever heard at one of the lowest prices you ever heard of. $299. You heard right, $299 for a complete Zenith integrated stereo system, an AM/FM stereo receiver with a built-in automatic record changer with 2 built-in tape decks, an 8-track tape player recorder, and a cassette tape player recorder, plus a pair of Zenith Allegro speakers, plus features you'd expect to find in systems that cost twice as much, such as a high filter, a tuning meter, an A, B, A+B speaker selector, the works, all for $299 for a 4-way stereo system. So hurry on down to your Zenith dealer and listen to this. It's quality you can hear because it's Zenith. The quality goes in before the name goes on, and we have some new Styx music coming up.
Hey, I'm chewing something new, sugarless bubble yum.
You gotta laugh, you know, it is pretty funny. This is Carol Miller, WPLJ. The music is from Styx.
City's the place where they said, go ahead.
WPLJ. Long live New York's best rock. WPLJ New York. New group is called The Shoes.
A Lagoon Waltz from Johann Strauss's A Night in Venice. Billy Boskovsky leading the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra. Bring us practically to intermission on today's Cocktail Time proceedings. Remember, when you get home tonight, you want to copy the guide to dining out, you just send that self-addressed, gently stamped envelope to Cocktail Time, WQXR, New York 10036, New York. That'll do the trick very neatly. Back to our well-seasoned music here at Cocktail Time. Festival music opus 25 of Alfvén, performed by the Stockholm Philharmonic under Stig Vesterberg at 27 minutes before 6.
New York 97, WYNY. I'm Dick Summer. Vibrations forecast. This is the first part. It's for the 14th, which is Saturday. And for Aries, like basketball's Walt Hazzard, a long-term personal relationship that has been fading will end today. Clean breaks are the best, as they say in the hospital. For Taurus, like actress Audrey Hepburn, lots of people around you will have chips on their shoulders today. Try not to knock too many of them off, because that can hurt your knuckles. For Gemini, like singer Vic Damone, you will be hard-pressed to keep members of the interesting sex from wrinkling you today. What a way to go. For Moon Children, like writer Nathaniel Hawthorne, the latter part of the day is best, but it is a good all-around day. Try a new hobby. For Leo, like actor Rory Calhoun, some past excesses will come back to grab you today, so grin and bear it. For Virgo, like golfer Arnold Palmer, some big up and down swings in your day. Now, don't panic. Just enjoy being a temporary swinger, and be very glad that it is not a slide that you're on. We will have the second part of the vibrations forecast for Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces coming along in about 10 minutes on New York 97 WYNY. Sneaky chords on my guitars. Look over here, my dear. That is a dirty old man song if I ever heard one. I love it. Tony Bennett, New York 97 WYNY. I'm Dick Summer, and in Mouth versus Ear tonight,
I think we will possibly achieve the penultimate in lechery, sneakyhood, and cheating. That's the object for tonight on Mouth versus Ear. New York 97 WYNY.
People smile and tell me I'm the lucky one.
New York 97 WYNY. I'm Dick Summer. WYNY is going to be in the Juvenile Diabetes Walkathon next Sunday along the Palisades Parkway. And we'd like you to be there with us. All you have to do is to listen to New York 97 on Wednesday and call in a pledge for your favorite walker. I think most people are going to call in pledges for Margaret Jones, hoping to win her. No, you can't do that, but you can support Margaret or Steve O'Brien or any of the folks. They'll be among the walkers, and they need your support. Listen and call this Wednesday on New York 97 WYNY.
Get a new stereo. Get a color TV. Get a car stereo, CB, TV, video games, Sony Betamax, or VHS video recorder. He'll beat it. Crazy Eddie, his prices are insane.
Crazy Eddie's at 645-1196. 645-1196.
This is Franklin Steinfeld. Tuesday nights from 8 to 10, we talk about your money and you. How to invest it, how to save it, how to get the most out of it, and generally, how you can hold on to more of it. Let's talk about your money with you. Tuesday nights from 8 to 10 on New York 97 WYNY.
I would say that takes in just about everybody. If you like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain, making love at midnight, the dunes on the Cape, that's Rupert Holmes from FM 99 WXLO. I'm John Larrabee, and I got a call from the girls at the ICU unit at St. Clair's Hospital, who evidently wanted to get out of where they are at the present time, wanted to escape anywhere. Jersey would be fine.
From Levi's women's way.
You know, $5 will buy a sweater, hat, and mittens. $10 will buy new jeans, shirt, and jacket for the neediest children in the tri-state area. Send your contribution to the WXLO Children's Christmas Fund, Box 710, Times Square Station, New York 10036. Good things happening here every day. We are FM 99 WXLO, getting set to count down New York City's favorite music at 7 o'clock tonight. Here's Chicago. We are FM 99 WXLO. Something special happening all the time. The special of the week this coming Sunday night at 10 o'clock is going to feature the words music of Dr. Hood performing a vocoptomy right here on the radio. Here's Sister Sledge. FM 99 WXLO. Sister Sledge, we all family. Yeah, it's about 6:54. This is John Larrabee. 58 degrees in the city. Mostly fair overnight is what you can look forward to. Low about 46. The way it looks right now, nice day for the Thanksgiving parade tomorrow. Partly cloudy, mild, with a high around 60 tomorrow.
In 1960, Hollywood produced one of the most spectacular films of all time. One whose innovative special effects set the stage for hundreds of films to follow. At 10 a.m. tomorrow on Channel 7, the morning movie will proudly present The Lost World.
During this weekend, ST4 and Company. It's Wednesday night. The count is all set to get underway right here on FM 99 WXLO. I'm going to start counting down the 30 most popular songs in the city. Just minutes, right after something new from Isaac Hayes. Remember him? He's the man who gave us a shaft a few years ago. Don't let go! Whoa! That's one of the best songs I've heard in a long time. 7 o'clock, FM 99, WXLO, New York. This is John Larrabee. The count is on, and we're counting down the 30 most popular songs in New York City. 3 newcomers this week at number 30, Little River Band.
There's one thing in my life that's missing.
Urban Free Delivery, a weekly radio magazine produced by the Public Affairs Department of WBAI. Listen every Thursday evening at 7:30.
Good afternoon. This is Bread and Roses. And this is WBAI Radio at 99.5 in New York. I'm Fred Hershkowitz, and this is the Daycare Action Coalition presents The Daycare Action Coalition are 20 daycare centers who are part of a larger group of 77 centers that were defunded by the City of New York in the last 2 years. These 20 centers have remained open by raising their own money. And we're here once or twice a month to talk about daycare.
Your dial is set at Stereo 100. WVNJ FM.
Mama don't want you, Daddy don't need you. Who can you turn to? You can always turn to your grandma because she loves you no matter what. 12 minutes after 1 o'clock, Joe McCoy, Elton John, and the greatest yeah music in the whole wide world. Connie Francis, remember? CBS FM. Let's go back to 1959. Lipstick on your collar, son. I wonder if she's talking about Frankie Avalon. They say that Connie Francis and Frankie Avalon, I can remember reading one of those old movie magazines or something like that. I don't think it ever materialized, so. Lipstick on your collar, 15 after 1 o'clock with Joe McCoy at CBS FM.
Remember when you promised to take me to London?
We can't afford it. Special offer?
Yes.
Thank you.
Relive the best part of your life. WCBS FM.
There ain't no good enough.
We got more solid gold than anybody else in New York. Four Seasons bringing it back from 1965 with Joe McCoy at CBS FM. Don K. Reed tonight at 7 with the doo-wop shop. His special guest will be the Relations. Make sure you join him, all right? We got some good doo-wop gold right now, featuring the Desires, Jim Whittier and company, and Rendezvous with You.
Joe McCoy. Weekend 101. WCBS FM. Don K. Reed. WCBS FM. New York. Weekend 101.
In a candy shop around the corner.
CBS FM, Otis Williams along with the Charms, Gumdrop Sunday night in the doo-wop shop with Don K. Reed. We got music, good music for you from now till midnight.
You can always depend on me.
That's Southside Johnny and the Asbury Gypsies got one up on me. Says that I remember last night. Reach out, I'll be there from the Four Tops, and David Johansen first from his latest In Style, Melody.
Now, Crazy Eddie brings you all the music you want to hear at Crazy Eddie's Record and Tape Asylum.
6191. Who is that guy anyway, huh? It's 22 minutes in front of 10 o'clock. That's the PIX Penthouse party time. Dano on the radio with you. You're having a good time, right? Yeah, I know all you guys that listen to this radio station. You're always having a good time. PIX Penthouse party continues all night long. This is Dusty Springfield. Forever and ever, the showman. It will stand. Rock and roll sure will. Patti Smith, who I understand did a fabulous concert in the park tonight. The people were dancing in the rain and enjoying it. Dusty Springfield was first. I only want to be with you. Dan Near, Dano. This is the PIX Penthouse party. This lady put on a nice show at the Bottom Line last night. Carolyn Moss. All this and no surprises for this year's girl. That's Elvis Costello at the PIX Penthouse party. Little Feet, Be My Dixie Chicken. And Carolyn Moss, her debut album, It's No Secret, Everybody Knows. At 5 minutes in front of 10 o'clock.
Sooner or later, no one will sound like this.
Dear Jerry on WPIX in New York City. Hit me with your rhythm stick. Hit me.
This is the PIX Penthouse party on PIX 102 WPIX FM, New York's rock and roll.
You're having a party.
Rock and Roll PIX 102, 23 before 9 o'clock in the morning. Rock and Roll PIX 102. Do you have a mom and dad like the set of parents in this song? I didn't have a pair like that, that's for sure. Don't know anybody else who did either. It's 19 before 9 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Jim Kerr. This is PIX 102.
Some observations overheard at Hippopotamus.
Why do I come to Hippopotamus? Why does anyone come to Hippopotamus?
Long Island Railroad and Conrail haven't reported any of their delays to us, probably because they're so busy coping with their delays. That's the way it looks this morning. 12 inches of snow. That's what we're expecting. High today in the upper 20s. Right now, the temperature in New York is 22 degrees. That is minus 6 Celsius at PIX 102. Rock and roll PIX 102. Cindy Bullens. That's Survivor. You might remember Cindy from Grease. She was in that movie. It's 12 minutes before 9 o'clock in the morning. Here is the classic definitive recording of Try a Little Tenderness. It was a hit, actually, for Three Dog Night. But the best version ever made was by Otis Redding at PIX 102.
That's music from Little Feat. Waiting for Columbus, that great live record of theirs at WNEW FM. And Feet Don't Fail Me Now. We also heard from Les Dudek. He's a guy that I think cooperated an awful lot on some of the sessions with the Allman Brothers Band, and certainly had a couple of real neat solo records himself. Les Dudek.
You're going to drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that hot rod Lincoln.
This is Commander Cody at 102.7 WNEW FM. Cody there at 102.7 NWFM. Those guys were more fun than almost anybody you could see live when they were in their heyday. Smoke, smoke, smoke. That cigarette at 102.7. Charlie Daniels earned especially Southern rock music is, of course, Dickie Betts. He had a solo album out, as well as working with his great band known as the Allman Brothers, but he had a solo record out. I think the first solo record, actually, that he had out was known as Highway Call, and on it he did some real nice work with none other than Vassar Clements. From that record, this is known as Kissimmee Kid at WNEW FM. As Elvin Bishop and Oh Babe from a record known as Hog Heaven at WNEW FM. And we also heard from the Grateful Dead, an old and a new, actually a new one that is an old one, but performed live. First U.S. Blues. And then Dire Wolf, which comes from the new live record that's a double record set known as Reckoning. It's all the acoustic performances of the Grateful Dead, and you can look forward to the electric performances as well of those very same concert dates sometime real soon, I think within the next couple of months or by the summertime or something. A couple from the Grateful Dead and also Dickie Betts of the Allman Brothers on his first, I believe it is, solo record along with Vassar Clements and the Kissimmee Kid. And what, about 8 minutes before 11 o'clock now? Meg Griffin is who I am at 102.7, and it is now time for Colleges and Club Dates. It's being brought to you by 7-Up with the crisp, refreshing taste that will keep you feeling 7-Up. WNEW FM in New York, 102.7 in Credence.
At WTFM, Elton John and Your Song. Starland Vocal Band at Afternoon Delight, the Bee Gees to Love Somebody, and then Elton John. It's now 3 minutes before 12 noon at WTFM. In the news briefly, Egypt says it's withdrawing its ambassadors from 7 Arab countries, a move that virtually completes Cairo's isolation from the rest of the Arab world because of the peace treaty with Israel. And the temperature at WTFM Lake Success, 43 degrees. It's 12 noon.
WTFM, New York's great music station from the top of the World Trade Center.
Every day she takes a morning bath, she wets her hair, wraps a towel.
Johnny Mathis at WTFM and the best days of my life. Another day from McCartney and Wings. And Mary McGregor did the wedding song, then Johnny Mathis. Sunny and 43 degrees now. Getting warmer into the upper 40s for this afternoon. Mostly sunny, windy, and cool. For tonight, clear and cold. Temperature in the mid to upper 30s overnight. For tomorrow, turning cloudier, warmer, mid to upper 50s. Monday, cloudy, chance of rain. Sunny now, winds northwest 23, gusts up to 30, humidity 36, and the temperature 43 degrees at TFM.
You're listening to Afternoon Concert over WNCN New York, 104.3 FM.
Just heard This Is My Song with Raymond Lefevre. Bahia, Tony Mottola, Sorry with the Fringe on Top with the Malacrina Strings. Stars fell in Alabama, Irby Green, and More Than You Know with Ronnie Aldrich. It's 30 degrees in New York City under partly cloudy skies. Humidity stands at 64%. It'll be cloudy and cold tonight and Monday. Low tonight in the 20s, high tomorrow in the 30s. Again in New York, under partly cloudy skies, it's 30 degrees. WRFM urges you to get involved. Support the Urban Coalition.
That's Stanley Turrentine this morning on RVR from the Sugar Man album and Pieces of Dreams is the name of that cut. Before that, the One Step, Chick Corea and Stevie Wonder. Before that, He Blamed It All on the Sun. It's 7:54 now.
The music of Metuse. It begins high in the terraced vineyards of the Douro River Valley. White Metuse and Metuse Rosé, imported by Dreyfus Ashby & Company, New York, New York.
Here's a lady that's not imported at all. I mean, she's born and bred and reared right here in this control room.
I am so important.
No, imported.
Oh.
Imported.
Never mind.
7:56.
It's 62 degrees. Periods of rain this morning, partly sunny this afternoon, high in the mid-70s. Good morning. The head of the Newspaper Drivers Union denies a TV report that his union has told the striking newspapers they deliver the papers if given police protection. Periods of rain this morning, then partly sunny this afternoon, high in the mid-70s. Clear tonight, low in the low 60s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and pleasant, high around 80. Outlook for Sunday, chance of showers and seasonable. Right now, it's 62 degrees. Now, there are rough ways to make a buck, and then there are rough ways. And several hundred students at the University of Illinois can tell you about one of them. The students were paid $1 a day to smell pig poop.
Oh, no. Come on. Roberta, get that out of here. Come on. Tell me the truth.
Now, I always tell the truth. It might be bizarre, but I tell it.
The bizarre truth.
It was all part of a special project to see if some additives could reduce the bad smell.
You can get trichina worms in the nose from that.
Ooh. Apparently it didn't work. None of these students are too eager to go back next summer for another sniff. It's 8:02 at FM 106.7 WRVR New York. Jazz has never sounded better.
That's Bobby Humphrey on WRVR Freestyle album on the first day of September. And Burgundy Sunset, 8:06 now, 62 degrees, and rain. Rain's supposed to be happening until the afternoon time. Okay, Earl Hines now on RVR.
WBLS New York.
And the little guy would suffer from it.
I'm Lee Walters, WBLS Insight, a service of Inner City News.
WBLS New York.
We continue with Tuxedo Junction and Chattanooga Choo Choo. Tuxedo Junction and Chattanooga Choo Choo. This is WBLS FM. We'll be right back.
It's a weekend of pure love at the fabulous Club Hollywood. This Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
17 minutes in front of 6 o'clock. And 107.5, top of your stereo dial. WBLS. 40 degrees in Midtown Manhattan. It's happening right now, Big Apple. It's WBLS FM. That's the sound of Al Green. And we will return with more music after this.
And I, white wine. The white wine to share to show you really care.
The nation's jobless picture has improved, especially for blacks. I'm Lee Walters, WBLS Insight, a service of Inner City News.
Both decks of the 59th Street Bridge are about even in traffic right now. Both are slightly congested in both directions. George Washington Bridge is okay. Heavy traffic approaching it, however, and mass transit continues to run on time. 3 minutes in front of 6 o'clock. We continue with the sound of Barkays right now. Entitled Flying High on Love. It's possible to fly high on Friday anyway, isn't it? But love makes it so much better. And you do too.
WBLS in New York, where you hear Bill Cosby, Frank Sinatra, John Oscar Peterson, Diana Sarah Vaughan, Johnny Cash, Charlie Parker, Ramsey Lewis, Quincy Jones, The Dead, Eddie Graham, Frankie Crocker, Freddie Hubbard, Max Roberta, Stanley Turner, Isaac Hayes, Jerry Stanley, Fifth Dimension, The Temptation, Earth, Wind and Fire. All happening now on WBLS. The total experience in sound. 107.5 in stereo.